Hello, hello students. Very warm welcome to all of you. I am Professor Vinay Zokare, and as promised on Facebook, I am coming up with uh, interesting code in Python today, and we will begin with the Python coding straight away. So let us go to my screen and see what we are going to code today. It's very interesting, especially for the students of science, electronics and telecommunication, and any other engineering students. This is going to be very interesting because what I am going to show you today is a program in Python which is very much related to the physical phenomena of light, which is very interesting. And this physical phenomena depends on the wavelength of visible light ranges. So we have the wavelength of visible light ranges from 380 to 750 nanometers, where we can see the light actually, the colors, right? So while the spectrum is continuous, it is often divided into 6 colors as shown below. So there are around 6 colors as shown here. And before this, I want to show you a demonstration of this in the form of uh, animation, wherein you will be able to see it very clearly how light varies actually. So I want to show you the animation now. So let us go to my screen and see the animation of light. Okay, right. So here, this is the background. Here is a light filter actually. So this is a white light as shown in the figure. The battery is white light. So it consists of all the colors. If you see, the filter is not yet applied here. So if I apply the filter to this, you will see the first form of violet colors. And as I go on wearing this, I am wearing the wavelength and see how the color is varying. So the color is varying now. So we can see the color varying. And these are the lights in visible spectrum. We have 7 colors, but right now we can see the 6 colors here. Right. So this is violet, violet, and violet ends and blue starts. And after blue ends, green starts. And after green, yellow starts. After yellow, there is orange. And after orange, there is red color. So you can see the spectrum of this red. So this is how your wavelength. So I'm varying the wavelength of the light, and as we vary the wavelength of the light, the color will change. And we are going to see, we are going to just code in Python depending on various wavelengths. So I have just shown you the demonstration so that we are clear with the concept or idea what we are doing in Python. So in Python we have colors: violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. And we have the wavelengths in nanometers. That is 380 to less than 450 nanometers of wavelength is for violet color. 450 to less than 495, it is the wavelength in nanometers for blue color. And 495 to less than 570, it is the wavelength in nanometers for green color, and so on. You can find the ranges of the wavelengths for various colors here. And last one is the red, from 620 to 750 nanometers. So our visible spectrum varies from 380 to 750 nanometers. So after 750 nanometers and before 380 nanometers, you will not be able to see anything. Before 380, that is less than 380, it becomes ultraviolet and invisible again. And after 750, it becomes infrared and invisible again. So this is like the spectrum of light, visible light that we can see. Actually, we can see this visible spectrum, right? So we are going to write a program that reads a wavelength from the user. So we are going to take a wavelength from user and just report the color. So corresponding color. So we are going to check the condition. If the wavelength is in between 380 and 450, the color is violet. And if the wavelength is in between 450 and 495, the color is blue. If it is between 495 and 570, the color is green, and so on. So we are going to use some if-else conditions, which is very easy in Python, and we are going to code this. Display an appropriate error message if the wavelength entered by the user is outside of the visible spectrum. So this is very important. Like if the user enters some value which is outside this spectrum, that is from 380 to 750. So if the user enters 1000 nanometers, then we must be able to put a error message, right? So that the wavelength entered by the user is outside the visible spectrum, meaning that you cannot see this wavelength, right? So we have to code this. For coding it, let us begin the coding in Python. Now in Python, see here, all these things that I have written is actually commented. So these three double quotes and the three double quotes that you see here, these are comments, and I have written the question in comment, the statement, the use case that we are using for coding in Python. And the use case is regarding the color, that is the visible spectrum, the wavelength and the color. Okay. So this is very interesting problem in Python. Now let us take the wavelength as an input from the user. So how to take the input from the user? To take the input from user, we use a statement called input. And we say enter a wavelength. But understand that Python returns a string for input. So we don't want a string, we need a value which is float. Float means it is in decimal. So user can enter any wavelength in decimals also. So we accept a float value from a user and we store it in a variable called wavelength. And now we are going to take the decision ki what color we must display to the user based on what wavelength he has entered. Now there begins the if statement. So if statement in Python starts with if, and there is a bracket always, and there is a and here. And means we are checking in between conditions. So we have used an and operator here. It's a logical operator where both the condition must be true, and if both the conditions are true, the control will enter inside the if loop. So if loop has if wavelength greater than or equal to 380, see the first wavelength, it should be 380 and less than 450. So wavelength greater than or equal to 380 and wavelength less than or equal to 450, right? So you have the wavelength starting from 380 and you are checking if it is less than or equal to 450. If it is so, then in Python every loop, whether it is a if loop, for loop or a while loop, it ends with a colon, and after colon if I press enter, automatically the Python takes an indentation. It takes an indentation, right? So indentation is taken automatically so that you write the statement inside that if loop. And anything if you want to write outside the if loop, again you can change the indentation by going back like this and write anything here like this. Okay. So in Python, understand that indentation is very important. So I have written print, the color is violet. Simple. This is a print statement in Python, and we have written the color is violet if the wavelength is in between 380 and 450. Then there is a else if statement. So every else if statement in Python, it is elif. So elif is the syntax in Python, and we are checking the next wavelength, the range of the next one, that is greater than 450 and less than or equal to 495. So this one, the second one in the table, and the light color is blue, so we are displaying it is blue. Next is 495 to 570. So 495, that is greater than 495 but less than 570. And then we are displaying the next color, that is green. And then we are checking wavelength greater than 570 and wavelength less than or equal to 500. So 590, sorry. So 570 and 590, so it's yellow color. And then you are displaying the color is yellow. And then we are checking for 590 and less than 620, the color is orange here. You can see the color is orange. 590 and less than 620, so the color is orange. And if the wavelength is greater than 620 and less than 750, the last one is red. And else, now if any of this condition is not true, suppose the user has entered any wavelength that is not in this range, not in the visible range, so you are going to print a else statement and write print, the color is not in the visible range. Okay, so let us execute this program and see what will happen. So I will execute this by pressing this arrow button. It will connect to the Google Colab. So Google Colab is getting executed on the Google Drive. So my code is on the Google Drive, and the platform that I'm using is Google Colab. Google Google Colab. It is Google Collaboratory actually. So let us enter the wavelength here. So the wavelength, suppose we enter any wavelength like 400. So enter it, and you will get the answer, reply immediately saying that the color is violet. See here, entered the wavelength 400 and the color is violet. Okay, fine. So now we are going to enter another wavelength here. See, the wavelength range is between 380 and 450. So we have entered 400 and the color is violet. Suppose now we enter any wavelength which is outside the visible spectrum. Suppose I enter the wavelength of 200.5 and enter it. So it displays the color is not in the visible range because the visible range is between 380 to 750 nanometers. So outside this range, anything that falls outside this range we cannot see. Understand it very properly. As shown by the simulation also, you can see if I switch on the light, see here, this is the only visible spectrum. So I am moving this, so we can see all the colors in this visible spectrum, but beyond this, nothing is visible to us, right? So we can see these colors, variations in the color. So we can see the variations, right? So let us say that I choose a bulb of color, suppose red, this red color, and I switch it on, and I have applied a filter here, right? So if I apply the filter, only if that color comes up, it will show me the color here. Otherwise, it will not show me any other color. All the other colors are filtered. Get me very correctly, it is passing only that wavelength which I have chosen over here, the bulb color, right? So it will not show me any other color, it will show me only the color that is belonging to the bulb. Okay, it falls in the red spectrum, see here. So let me change the color, let me make it yellow for example. So see here, it will not show any red color now. It will not show any red color. You have to see here and here on the eyes of the user. So see, now the yellow color comes up and then there is no other color. So this is how Python code is implemented for the visible spectrum in this range. We can actually make this code more useful again by entering more values and preparing a table also. We can create a data frame for various colors. If you know the exact wavelengths for various colors and the name of the colors, we can create a data frame of those colors and wavelengths in Python, and then out of the data frame we can choose the colors as per the wavelength. So the wavelength becomes a continuous variable. Okay, no doubt wavelength is a continuous variable here. So we can enter the wavelength in a continuous format and you can get the corresponding color. So this is the first program that I wanted to show you in Python. Okay, and it finds a very great application here. It finds a very great application. So you can have many such applications, like you can code for particular decibels also, or you can decide upon uh, like the voice, right? So from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz you can vary the frequency of the voice, and then you can see what happens exactly. So we can also do some programs which are based on these facts. We can also do the programs based on the facts, like we can choose a triangle which is of some type like isosceles or equilateral or a scalene triangle where all the three sides are not equal. So first, if all the three sides are equal, then it is equilateral. If only two sides are equal, any two sides are equal, it is isosceles. And if no side is equal to any other side, that is all the three sides are unequal, then it is a scalene triangle. So we can easily do some programming based on this mapping, and all of them require a if else statement. So this was all about the program, my dear friends. Let us make Python more interesting by demonstrating physical applications in Python. Thank you very much. Thank you. I will come up with one more program soon, which is based on Caesar cipher. It is based in networking technology, and it is a cipher used for encrypting a message. Okay. So in the next session, I will come up with a new program for encrypting a message. Thank you. Thank you very much for patiently listening to my lecture.